Yo. Or, okay, so what many people do,
Chris, got 141. You got enemies inbound from the east. Over. Reloading. Stand by. Echo 3-1. Viper 1-1 on approach. Ready for tasking. What's your position? Roger, 7-1. Target acquired. Weapon
okay guys, so the reason people use claw grip in Modern Warfare, my god, so loud.
Team deathmatch.
Okay guys,
Get out there. Promote the company.
okay guys, so the reason people use claw grip is, you know, when you move around, and you shoot people, and say when you do your movement, guys, you have to take your right hand off the aim stick and put it on the X button to either jump, to slide, to change guns, and also to reload. And you're going to be doing a lot of these many times in every gunfight. So you're going to be constantly taking your hand off the thumbstick, and then when you put your hand on, you have to reposition it. And so while you're doing all these, if you see someone, you have to take your hand off the buttons and then put it on the thumbstick and then shoot the enemy. And this takes a lot of this takes a while to do, so you're going to lose a lot more gunfights just because of the time it takes. And also it makes it much harder to aim because your hand isn't constantly resting on there, like moving and adjusting while you're doing stuff. You, like, say if you're jumping around a corner, you have to take your hand off to jump and then put it back on, and it just makes it so much harder to aim. And then if you want to jump shot someone, you have to, like, hold on, you have to, like, constantly keep putting your hand on and off, and it's just very hard. And especially like when you, and it, like, say if you slide too, it's the same thing. You have to take your hand off, and it just makes things so much more complicated. So there's three things people do. They use stick and move, which I can make a video on this if you guys want me to, claw grip, which I'll show you guys today, and then paddles. And pros use all three of those, so they're all really great ways on how to keep your hand. And the key with all these is to keep in your hand on the aim stick while you're doing the button actions, and you don't have to take your hand off the aim stick. So that's basically the function. So what I use is a scuff impact, where you get paddles. If you don't want to afford a scuff impact, then you should just look into getting an FPS strike pack. They come with paddles, and it's only $40, and you can get a GameStop or order online. But I use paddles. I have all four. Some people only have two, but I use four, so I never have to take my hand and press any of these buttons. But anyways, so I'm going to be showing you all the claw grip today. So the claw grip, it may look like it hurts, and it can hurt, I'm not gonna lie, but when you get used to it, guys, it really doesn't hurt too much. But one thing that you do want to have on, which makes your experience so much better, is to have default flip controls on. That is a very big one, because if you have triggers on when you're doing the claw grip, well, let me just show you how to do the claw grip, and then I'll just show you why you want to have flip triggers. So okay, how to do the claw grip, guys, is, you know, you hold the controller normally like you would, but you take your pointer finger right here, and you make like a backward C, I guess you could say, a backward C, and you rest it around in the middle area right there. And then your middle finger, which is behind the controller, comes up onto the shoot button. And so that is the basic grip of what the claw grip looks like. Now say if you use regular triggers, it stretches your hand out way more, and you don't have as much control, and it really does hurt your middle finger. So make sure you use flip so you can bring it up a little more. And flip's better to shoot with anyway, because you get a better response time. And all pros use flipped. So, but anyway, so when you're moving around, you just want to use this finger to press all of these buttons, and that way you can keep your hand on the thumbstick. And a lot of pros use this too, like Scump, I think Crim6, I don't know about Dashy, he might, but a lot of pros do. And you see, you can still have really great movement. You can still cancel your slide like that. You can jump around corners. You can YY. A lot of pros YY a lot. You can do that with this. You can do everything you can with paddles. It can hurt your hand a little bit if you do it for a while, but if you do it a lot, it'll definitely become more and more comfortable towards you. And one thing you can do to kind of rest your finger some, because that can get annoying, is kind of just rest it right here between the triangle and the flip controls. And instead of like pressing it with your thing, you can even, well, there's two things you can do. You can rest it right there and then, you know, quickly do that, or just keep it right there in the middle so you're always there. But if that could hurt your finger, or one thing you could do is, I'm not really good with it, but some people, they just keep their hands straight like this, and they kind of just press it like with their like the sides of their finger, and you can do that. So you can kind of rest it like there, and then bam, bam, bam. So you can do like that. You see how I'm like keeping my finger straight, and it's like a little bit more comfortable. But many people just curl it like that. But again, if this hurts you, you can use stick and move, and I'll make a whole video on that too. But anyways, the claw grip is really good, and yeah, you definitely want to just use it in this game. So let me just show you some examples of me using it, moving around the map, and I'll show you some of me shooting bots, and then of in-game gameplay of me using it. So you can just see my movement and what I do. Actually, instead of moving around, let me just go ahead and shoot some bots, guys, and you can see exactly what it looks like in real life action.
It's a draw. No one gets paid.
And a great way to price this, guys, is choose whatever map you want. Probably like a small map would be the best, but any map really doesn't matter. I usually do the what's it called, the gunfight maps. So shootout is also a pretty good one. What is the one I like? Speedball, that's the one I like. So you want to do a free-for-all, unlimited time limit, unlimited score. And you can either do this with bots or with no bots. But with bots help, you know, just to get better. And you can do it whatever bots. I do max and then recruit. And then I just make sure I have on double time, because you're going to be running around a lot. And then just the SMG or SAR rifle or whatever you want to practice with. So let's get into the game. Okay guys, so let me turn this volume down a little bit. This junk is way too loud. Alright, so let me just show you some gameplay of me doing it, and then we'll jump into a game and show you some real life footage gameplay. So you can just see, I'll try to do some like advanced movements too. And if you want to see more gameplay, I did a lot of claw game hand cams in what's the game, Black Ops 4, and then even in this game when I showed my movement videos, I showed it me doing it in claws. So if you want to learn how to cancel slide, how to camera and all that with a claw grip, just look at my videos on it. I'll show you guys what it looks like with a claw grip. So I'll just shoot some bots for a minute or two. I'll put some, I guess I can put some music up while I shoot these bots, and then we can get to a gameplay. I'll just show you what it looks like in game. I'm still not the best to using claw, because like I said, I used to use it, but now since I got paddles, I'm so much used to them. But I still remember a little bit, just my hand, I still remember the, what's it called? The motion, the muscle memory of it. And I actually know, if you get really good at it, I think you really can have really great aim using claw grip. Because, like, you really have a lot of control over the controller when you hold it this way for some reason, too. So even if you don't, you know, use it for movement, it could help improve your aim a lot. And again, you can YY while you do this. A lot of pros YY. I'm not really good with the YY in this game, I'm not gonna lie. The timing's weird. And you can reload like that. See, when I hit my YY, I think it's, I guess I don't hit it fast enough. It like goes to my secondary. You can crouch, you can drop shot. It's very, you can do everything you can do with the paddle on this, and it's very cheap. I mean, it's free. You can do it on a regular PS4 controller, which is really good. So I guess I won't put any moves up. I'll just talk a little bit of doing it. But yeah, guys, not all pros, but every pro does some variation of this, so they don't have to take their hand off the aim stick, because that is very key in this game. You never want to keep, always want to keep your thumb on the aiming thing, no matter what you're doing. Now, the one time I do take it off is when I respawn, but that really doesn't matter because you're not in any fights. So you kind of get the picture. Sorry, I'm not really doing too much movement. I'm not thinking about it. But it can hurt your finger after all, so it may not be for you. But some people, it doesn't really affect them too much. It just, I guess it depends on the person, you know. It starts to hurt my hand after a while, I'm not gonna lie to you. But like pros, I mean, they'll play 8 or hours doing this. It just, I think the more you do it too, the more your hands become adjusted to doing the movements and stuff like that. But anyways, that's a pretty good example, I would say. And now let me just get into a gameplay, guys, of me showing you all how to do it. Well, that was pretty good kill. We need to get a drop shot. Oh. Alright, there we go. Okay, so anyways, I should see you guys in the game.